Here we are again with another Google Apps for Education tip. This is about for scheduling and how I plan on using it for scheduling this year. I haven't used it this way before, but I'm going to plan to do it this year. So as you know, when we get to scheduling and the schedule's gone final and you're looking to get input from department heads about teachers and rooms and all those sorts of things, we usually give that out. So what we always do is go into the internet, into the web apps, and get that report master schedule by block and department. And I'll run one for this year, for semester 2. And you know, we've all seen this before. And what we've done in the past is I would print this out and give it. We can save it as a. We're going to save it as an Excel file. Open it, and what I would do is, you know, print that off and give it out to the departments, department heads, and they would fill it out. Now, oftentimes you might do different things with it, but I'm going to show you a different way to use Google Apps. Hopefully, let's see, make sure this works. I'm going to save this as I'm going to save it to just to my desktop for now. Copy of master schedule by block and department. Save to that. So then, if I go into my app, into Google Apps, I'm in my scheduling. This is just a demo, scheduling for 2016-17. What I want to do here is right click, and I'm going to upload a file. So if I upload the file, and I'm going to go to my desktop and pick that one, I'm going to find the format by block and department. Here it is. I'm going to upload it. And you'll notice here it comes up as copy of master schedule, and it shows here as an Excel file, so you can open it and you'll just be able to open it. It looks like this. It doesn't really do a lot. If you go up here to the middle of the screen and it'll say open using Google Sheets, what this will do is now convert an Excel file into a Google Sheets file, and that will allow you to work with it a lot easier. We'll see what comes up. And now we have Google Sheets. So if we go back, you'll notice now, oh, sorry, let me just close that. You'll notice now in my scheduling for 2016, there is an Excel file and a Sheets file. You can get rid of this now because the Sheets file is what we want to be able to see. And so now you have this. And what you'll notice is a few things. It looks exactly the same, but there's a few things that you can do with it. And what you'll also notice, which is very interesting, is it'll create a sheet for each individual department. So it's already separated them for you. It takes that as different sheets. And so what you can do is, you know, what I would essentially do is take this, I would just delete these totals, which we don't really need. And then what I would do is I would just highlight all these boxes, and then I would go up here and give them that. And now look what you have. You have now a very different looking thing. You can have it now so that they can put, you can do this for each one of your sheets. Again, I would go into the sheet. This is my business sheet. I would just delete these totals because they kind of get in the way. And then I would just go to the far left-hand or the right-hand corner here, highlight all of those, go up to my grid so I get my lines, border everything, and then it creates a much neater looking grid that now the department heads can use. And what you could have here is now the department heads can go in, and I would ask them to go in underneath and put in here. So for music, they might put folk, and they might put 256 as the room. And in that way, now they can see through that. They can do their whole thing. The value to that, though, is, and then what the other thing, sorry, let me go retract. If you go down here and you right-click on it, you can rename the sheet, and I would rename that to arts. And then I would go here, look at it, I would rename that to business. So this is my plan, is I'll do this and clean up all of these ahead of time, change the names of all these sheets, and you'll notice there's just sheets there for the guidance department. There's one for math, and there's one for phys ed. So I would clean all those up. I would give this link, or I would share this with my heads, and that way they could go in and fill this in real time. The value to that, though, is we have, like most schools, we have many teachers who are in multiple departments. This would allow, essentially, department heads could work on this simultaneously, and they could see. So if my business head needed to put Dave Coates in, she would also look at where is the religion department, because Dave Coates also teaches religion, and could say, okay, where is Dave going to be? And where can I use him or not use him? Because I only have him for one section, and religion has him for 5, so I'm going to value them. That way they can see each other. Usually they're kind of going back and forth talking. They submit this to me in all these different ways with different formats. This way it looks as one format. They could have a file that would be semester 1, semester 2. This is how I'm going to do it with them this year. And it's pretty easily done. Again, all you're doing is the first step is to go and generate that master schedule by block and department, save it as an Excel file. And saving it as an Excel file, then when you go into your Google apps, your Google Drive, you would again just right click, and then you would upload a file and find that file. And that was it right there. Uploading that file, we'll do it again just so you can see it. Again, it comes up, and this is how you can tell the difference is, just delete those. This is how you can tell the difference. That's an Excel file, and that's a sheet file. They look like kind of the same, but there's really not much you can do with the Excel file when it's in here. You can't really work on it. You can store it in there, but you can't really work on it. All you have to do is go up here, and when you open with Google Sheets, it will create and translate it into a Google Sheets. It will reformat it for you, and then that way you're good to go. And that's what we're looking at. And that way, I have something that all the department heads can have access to. They can see each other's, so they know where certain teachers are, if there's teachers that overlap. And they would also know about rooms. If there are specific rooms that they have to use, they can see that it's there's not an overlap. And we can figure out a lot of the problems that we had before, as far as double dipping into the teacher pool or into the rooms where we can get over that. So just a little tip.